G'day guys, today I'm going to be running you through a couple of reasons why Grey Zone Warfare is climbing the ranks in Steam's top wishlisted games, and stick around to the end for some exciting news and an update straight from the devs. So after scouring the net for hours on end, waiting for new info to drop, I've come across a couple of things that keep popping up and seem to be hot topics of discussion and what a lot of people are getting excited for. I've chucked in a few quotes from the devs which can be found on Reddit and in their devlogs as well. I'll break this video down into sections so you can skip to the chapter which interests you the most, and let me know in the comments which part of the game that you're the most stoked for. So let's jump right into it. The first topic is going to be the health system. Forgetting about your traditional HP points and damage systems that drop as you take damage, this is stepping it up another level. So to break it down fairly simple, if you get shot, depending on where you cop it, you'll need to patch yourself up differently. So for instance, if you get shot in the arm and you break a bone, you might need to splint your arm and bandage up. This won't be a one med pack fixes all type scenario like other FPS games have. Everything in GZW is calculated with hyperrealism in mind. This is extremely simplified, but things like terminal ballistics come into play, which I'll cover more in the next section. Also, another big thing will be fatigue and hydration. It looks like you'll need to eat food to keep your energy levels high and drink water to save yourself from dehydration, which I'm sure both dehydration and fatigue will affect your PMC more, the more severe that they get. The next thing we're jumping into is weapons, and more on the side of recoil and ballistics, which the recoil has now apparently been fully simulated, providing a more realistic experience compared to the Hollywood style recoil we used to. Also, terminal ballistics are going to come into play, so some things that can affect a bullet are factors like mass, material, velocity, bullet shape and direction. A quote straight from one of the devs said, "Terminal ballistics is using mass, material, velocity, bullet shape, direction, etc. and calculating penetration, and for example energy left in the material and causing damage to armor or body/vital parts. Bullets are of course deformed, changing direction, etc." This is something they're looking at covering in a devlog, but I'm curious to see if they add a ricochet aspect to bullets as well. I mean, can you catch a stray bullet from a teammate firing towards something that they shouldn't be? Who knows, but I think it's going to make for some pretty interesting gameplay either way. The devs have also recently shown a screenshot of their updated red dot sights, making them look a whole lot better. PvEvP and PvE is one of the biggest things that seems to be popping up on the net at the moment. A lot of games either have one or the other, but with GZW having both, I think that the PvE servers are going to be huge for casual players who want to play the game, learn the map, layout, POIs, and get fully into it without the fear of getting randomly wrecked by other PMCs. Having both, rather than just having a PvEvP server, where there's a heightened risk of losing everything while you're just out trying to learn the game, I think it's going to work for everyone. I'm not sure about you guys, but I have a feeling that the PvE servers are going to get a decent workout from players using them as more of a training ground before jumping into PvEvP servers. With saying this, I don't think progression is going to carry over from each server, as it's going to give players a huge leg up if you run a PvE server for a while, get a mad kit together, and then if you were to jump over to a PvEvP server, it would unbalance the gameplay massively. So I'll leave you with one last quote from Marique Rebus on Reddit, which has got me excited for the upcoming weeks. He said in a post, "We're working on polishing, optimizing, stabilizing now. We should have raw gameplay video later this month definitely. Please be a little patient." Taking this quote into account, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't end up seeing more footage that's going to stir up the hype train, and more info when the devlog drops, which I reckon it's going to drop towards the end of the month as well. There is obviously much more around this game which is getting people excited, but if you want to see more info, I'll link a video that dives into the game and the mechanics a little bit more. Like always, leave your comments in the comments section below, and if you want to keep up to date, hit that subscribe button, and when the game drops I'll be covering all types of content from playthroughs, tips and tricks to live streams. Anyway, thanks for watching, I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.